Give me a home out in the bush, please. Lots of more trees, a bong or two, me mate. Wild roost, some skunk out the back. Hydro in the shed, and the old smoking shed, and the old smoking shed.
G'day, welcome to the Terpene Table, where cannabis culture meets cultivated conversation. I'm your host, Wild Roo, grower, guide, and your mate in the garden. Each episode, we dig into the roots of the plant, from terpene talk to cultivar deep dives, to stories shaping the cannabis scene. So roll one, pack one, pour a cuppa, and let's hop in. This episode of the Terpene Table is brought to you by Growers Pal. Aussie legends when it comes to keeping your clones safe in transit. If you've ever tried to post a cutting wrapped in wet paper towel and cling wrap, you'll know it's a gamble at best. Growers Pal clone shippers take the guesswork out of it. Purpose built with segmented compartments to keep your genetics snug, and even a little LED light to keep them happy on the road. Whether they're headed up the coast or across the country, you can trust your prize cuts will land fresh, not fried. They're mates of the Roo and they're mates of the Discord, so you know their growers looking out for you, not just trying to sell you something. Head over to growerspower.com.au. That's www.growerspal.com.au and sort yourself out with a proper kit for moving your genetics across the country, because good clones deserve a fair dinkum safe ride.
At Blazing Trail, we're on a joyful adventure celebrating life, love, and nature's beauty. We cultivate vibrant outdoor connections, foster community collaborations, and source wholesome treasures like our Sprout seed starter for precise, energy-efficient germination, and FlexiGerm silicone seed pods for sustainable, airflow-enhanced sprouting. All with the care for our world. Join us in blazing a sustainable trail filled with laughter and magic. Visit blazingtrail.com.au.
While we're on the subject of good gear, I'm going to give a cheeky shout out to my own spot, the Wild Vault. It's packed with glass, gadgets, and grow gear. All the little treasures that make your sesh just that bit sweeter. So, if you're looking for something fresh to add to your kit, swing by thewildvault.xyz and have a sticky beak. It's basically a toy box for grown-up stoners. And hey, if it's genetics you're chasing, head over to our mates at wildrootcultivars.com and check out what they've got cooking. Anyways, I'm starting to sound like a used car salesman, so back to the show. G'day legends, and welcome back to the Terpene Table. I'm your host, Wild Roo, and this season we're talking GrowGuides. The basics every grower should know, from mediums to lights to nutrients. We've already dug into the grow mediums, soil, hydro and cocoa, but today we're shining a light on, well, light. Because indoors, your light is the sun. It's the single most important piece of gear in your setup. You can run average soil, average pots, average nutrients. But if your light sucks, your harvest is going to as well. So let's walk through the main types of grow lights you'll see out there. HPS, MH, CMH, and LED. And at the end, I'll spend some extra time on LEDs because that's the game changer for most home growers today. So, let's flip the switch. Alright, first up, MH, or metal halide. Metal halide have been around forever. They put out a blue leaning spectrum which is great for vegging plants. Keeps them short, bushy and stacked with nodes. But here's the thing, they're not very efficient. They run really hot, they use a lot of power, and they don't cut it in flower compared to other options. Most growers use MH for veg and then swap to HPS for flower. These days, not many people are buying new metal halide setups. They're kind of a legacy light, but worth knowing about. Next up, let's talk the king of the 2000s, HPS, or high pressure sodium. If you've ever walked into a warehouse grow and everything was glowing orange, that was HPS. For years, that was the standard. Big bulbs, big yields. HPS throws out a warm, red heavy spectrum that plants love in flower. They're yield monsters. Pound for pound, they crushed it for commercial growers. The downsides? Heat and efficiency. 1000 watt HPS pumps out light, but it also pumps out heat like a space heater. In big rooms, that's manageable with AC. In a small tent at home, it's a nightmare. So, while HPS can still grow great weed, most small growers have moved on. LEDs are doing the same job now, and with half the power bill. Alright, now let's talk CMH, or ceramic metal halide. It's like the in-between of MH and HPS. They've got a balanced spectrum, more natural white light with UV and IR mixed in. That spectrum helps with terpene and resin production, and some growers swear CMH grown bud is frostier and tastier. They're also a bit more efficient than metal halide or HPS, but still throw off a fair bit of heat. Common sizes are 315 watt or 630 watt fixtures, great for a medium tent. CMH had a big moment before LEDs really took over. These days, LEDs are basically beating them in efficiency, but CMH still has its fans, especially for people chasing that full spectrum sun-like quality of light. Alright, now we get to the big one, light emitting diodes, or LEDs. When LEDs first hit the scene, they were those weird purple blurple lights. They looked space age, and honestly, the results were pretty hit or miss. Fast forward to today, and LEDs are the gold standard for most home growers. The tech has exploded. Samsung diodes, Meanwell drivers, bar-style fixtures. These things are efficient, full spectrum, and they run way cooler than HPS or metal halide. So, here's why LEDs dominate now. Efficiency. LEDs give you more light per watt. That means lower power bills, less heat, and more usable light. Spectrum. Modern LEDs are full spectrum, which means your plants get balanced light for veg and flower. Many companies also add in extra red and or UV diodes for bloom. Flexibility. They're dimmable, so you can run them really close to the canopy without burning the plants, and you can fit them in small spaces. The only downside? Upfront cost. Good LEDs aren't cheap, but they pay for themselves in electrical savings and harvest quality. Picking the right LED for you. Now, not all LEDs are created equal. There are high-end brands that cost thousands, and then there are budget options that still pull weight. So, if you're just starting out or running a home tent, you don't need to break the bank. There are a couple of companies that have some solid options that hit above their price point. If you're working with a small space, say a 2x2 tent or a 1 or 2 plant setup, check out the XS 1500 Pro. It's compact, efficient, dimmable, and perfect for growers who want quality without overkill. If you've got a bit more room, like a 3x3, then the KS 3000E is a beast. Great coverage, solid efficiency, and enough punch to flower out a full tent without wasting electricity. Point is, match your light to your space. You don't need to overspend. You just need a reliable LED that covers your canopy and gives your plants that full spectrum they need. time for some general lighting tips. Match your light to your space. Don't throw a 1000 watt HPS in a closet, you'll cook your plants. Don't run a tiny blurple light in a 4x4 and expect big yields. Distance matters. Too close and you'll bleach your buds. Too far and plants will stretch. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines and watch how your plants respond. Dimmable is king. LEDs with dimmers let you tailor intensity for seedlings, veg and flower without moving the light constantly. And a quality light equals quality watts. A good 300 watt LED will outperform a cheap 600 watt blurple any day of the week. And now, the golden nugget. Your light is your sun. Don't cheap out on the sun. You can cut corners on pots, on fans, even on your nutrients. But your light decides your yields, your density, your resin, your terps. If you're growing at home today, LED is the way to go. If you can invest in decent bar style light, you'll be set up for strong, consistent harvests. That's the basics of grow lighting. Next episode, we're moving on to nutrients, salts, organics, synganics, what they are, how they work, and how not to burn your plants with them. So, thanks again for joining me at the Terpene Table. If you're enjoying these grow guides, share the potty, leave a review, and, as always, keep it green, keep it clean, and I'll see you at the table.
Give me a home out in the bush, please, with lots of more trees, a bomb or two, me, mate. Wild roots, some skunk out the back, hydro in the shed, in the old smoking chair. In the old smoking chair.